Welcome to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB GT3 Sprint Series Round 2 Race 3 from Algarve, Portugal. Hi everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB GT3 Sprint Series on Project Cars 2. This is Race 3 from Algarve in Portugal. Let's take you through the grid then for Race 3. So again, random grid for this one, and it is Twerdy on pole position there in his Ginetta. So Ginetta on pole position with Twerdy there, and it's Bidster in second place, Woo Woo in third, so that should be good off the line, with Pash in third. So Race 2 and Race 1 winners there on third and fourth. We've got fifth for Neil Farmack, sixth is Nifty Dark Ninja with Darren right behind him there for the start. Then we've got Bert in 8th, Intrepid in 9th, we've got Will in 10th, Growley's 11th, and Blakeney is in 12th position. So let's get on with the race then. Here we go, ready for the start. At the top of the screen, there you go, lights go green, and we're off here at Algarve for Race 3. Down towards the first corner, Bidster moves out to protect his line from Woo Woo. Down the inside we go, into the first corner. Twerdy gets a good run through the first corner, he's through there. Everyone else further back, the camera's being dodgy again as usual, as Neil Farmack goes into 5th place. We've got Bidster and Pash together. We've got an incident further back, contact further back, Bert's off, Intrepid and Darren again as well, so not a good start for them. They're caught up in some kind of incident further back. Again, we'll get that at the half distance mark, but Woo Woo is up into second place, Bidster's third, Pash in 4th and Neil 5th still. But Twerdy's got a good start there and he's pulling out a gap already. He's got almost a second on Woo Woo already as Bidster has a look at Woo Woo up the hill. Bidster and Woo Woo side by side, rubbing door handles down towards the right-hander. Into the right-hander we go, Woo Woo on the inside line, Bidster around the outside, trying to keep it to him around the outside, almost contact as we go through the next corner, and Woo Woo should hold on to that as they go out the corner, side by side down the hill, but now Woo Woo is in front. Meanwhile, further back, it's Neil, Pash, Nifty Dark Ninja and Will. Then we've got Blake and Growley further back, with Bert on their tail as well. Into the right-hander at the top of the hill, where it all gets a bit fun sometimes. Pash still holding off Nifty Dark Ninja trying to get his way up in this race. Will, a bit of a squiggly on the brakes there, but luckily keeps control of the Audi through the hairpin. And now into the second to last corner down the hill. A lot of inside curve there from Pash, not necessarily a bad thing, as they go out of the corner towards the last corner. The flat out down the hill, little lift as you go over the little rise there, and then flat out through the compression and up the hill to the other side. Absolutely flat out now down the straight. So it's Twerdy leading lap 1, 1.2 seconds ahead of Woo Woo and Bidster fighting for second place. Bidster's right behind him there, can't find a way through yet. Nifty Dark Ninja is on the back of Pash as well, with Will not too far behind also, as they go out the first corner through towards the hairpin. Into the hairpin we go. Further back we've got Blakeney, Growley and Bert quite close together. Blake there defending from Bert, Blake defending from Bert in 9th place. And they've got Darren and Intrepid further back after the little incident at the start. We'll get that later on in the replays for you. Further up the front, Bidster and Woo Woo are actually starting to catch Twerdy, but they're still engulfed in their own little battle here. Into the little complex into the right, and then we go into a tighter right here, which then leads uphill, up and over the hill now, over the crest, and we go down into a fast dip. There we go, into a fast dip, picking up the speed, just over 110 miles an hour through the corner, brake up the hill, braking down to about 60 miles an hour for this corner, and down the hill we go. Woo, a bit of curb there, Bidster following him, keeping the pressure on. Ginetta in the lead, Lamborghini second, it's Audi in third. Into the corner we go and out the other side. Bidster still pressuring Woo Woo here. Can he withstand the pressure from the Audi behind him? And Woo Woo the victor last time out. And what was that, Pash? Sorry, it was it. Yeah, he won one of the races, and Bidster right behind him now. Onto the straight. We go, Nifty Dark Ninja there in a nice little gap on his own. He's trying to stick with Pash. And then further back we've got a little battle. We've got who's that? It's Bert and Blake. Bert moving out on Blake here. Into the corner we go. Bert runs a bit wide out the corner, not able to make anything there. Meanwhile, Woo and Bidster right behind Twerdy now. Woo looking for the lead here. It was Woo who won race 1. So I've just had a little look. He's just come. He won race 1, Woo, and now he's looking to try and win race 3 as well. With Bidster behind him. Pash won race 2. Whoa, almost hits the back of Twerdy there. Bidster could pounce here, but Woo quickly to cover him off. No way through there. As you go up the hill, Bidster puts the power on, but Woo gets the power on as well in the Lamborghini and keeps ahead for now. Will Bidster have a look further down as you look back to Blakeney and Bert still close together, but Blake still holding on to the position. Back to the leaders. Twerdy runs wide out the corner. Twerdy runs wide. This could be Twerdy. This could be Woo-Woo's chance. Twerdy on the and the Woo goes down the inside. Woo for the lead, and Bidster goes to the inside. Oh, Woo-Woo's lost it now. Woo-Woo's lost it. Lost it on the inside. He's on the inside. He's on the grass somewhere. We can't see. Quick to an onboard. There's Woo-Woo. He's just rejoined the track as the others come through. Crowley has to avoid him, so not sure if that was the safest rejoin there by Woo-Woo. We didn't see anything really, but it looked a bit dangerous. But we'll have to see that later on. But Woo-Woo then gets going. And now to the outside view, he's on the inside of Growley trying to hold on to that position, and Growley goes down to 8th. Woo down to 7th though from battling for the lead. And it's left Bidster under attack from Neil Farmack now. Bidster's under attack from Neil Farmack. They've gone back towards Neil and Pash after that spin. Out the first corner, Bidster holds on. Neil Farmack having a go on the inside. Trying to squeeze a way through. No, can't get a way through there either. No way through for the yellow Lamborghini of Neil Farmack. Pash still right behind him, and Nifty's lurking out here at the back in the Mercedes AMG as well. All really close in this race. Brilliant racing so far. Down to the hairpin. Twerdy's going to be feeling the pressure now. He's got to just keep his head cool and try and absorb all this pressure he can, because Bidster's now approaching the back of him. Neil's had his stab, but Bidster's then got his head down and he's trying to catch Twerdy then. The Audi and the Ginetta are looking very similar here, but they are different teams, so, and obviously different makes as well, obviously. But Woo there back down in 7th place, and he's got Will to pass now. He's trying to get rid of Growley. He's trying to focus on Will. Will makes a little error there. That could be Woo-Woo's opening for 5th place, and he does. He takes 5th place from 6th place, sorry, from Will, and moves to the inside, defends the line into the corner, and a good move there from Woo-Woo up to 6th place. But that's not where he wants to be. He needs to be up the front of this race. But up the front, they are starting to cause a little bit of a train. But Twerdy's still holding on to his lead. But Bidster is lurking there, wanted to try and find a way through. Up over the top. See, Twerdy runs very wide there. Twerdy very wide into the corner. Bidster takes the inside line, and I think he's got a good run out the corner, but can he get the draft enough? Because I think Twerdy actually managed to get the car out of the corner a bit straighter than Bidster there, and it might just be enough to hold on to his position. Down to the first corner then, lap 5 of 11. We'll get the replays in a little moment for you, but the first half. But over the first corner, Twerdy runs a bit wide there. I'm not sure if he's defending the inside now. Defending Bidster again. Oh, slides the car on the brakes. Just holds on to the car there. The battle for the lead hotting up here. Meanwhile, Neil, Pash and Nifty just a bit further back there, very close as well. There they are. Nifty running very wide on the curb there and just about holding on to the car. There's Growley in 8th. As Will goes very wide. There's Blakeney, loses it in the background. Blakeney's gone round. Round he goes in the Audi. Round he goes and quickly reverses. He's on the middle of the track. Get going, where's first gear? There it is. He does it in a gap, but Intrepid goes through there into 10th place and Blake down to 11th now. Back to the leaders then. And it's still Twerdy holding on from Bidster, but Bidster gets a good run out of the corner. He goes to the inside for the little kink. And the beautiful noise of the V10 of the Audi as it goes through and takes the lead of the race from Twerdy. Then it took a mistake from Twerdy, but Bidster's gone a bit wide there himself, but he's okay, he got away with it. So Bidster then takes the lead. Twerdy down to 2nd place. Trying to have a fight back down the inside, but there's no gap there. Bidster just about holds on. He's going to get the power down out this corner. Neil Farmack, Pash and Nifty Dart Ninja are not far off, trying to pounce as well. But Neil Farmack not quite close enough to start mounting an attack on Twerdy yet, but Bidster is in the lead of the race then. Bidster, Twerdy, Neil, Pash, Nifty. That's the top 5, all within 3 seconds of each other. And as you come to the start-finish line, we will now get the replays in of the first half action. Here's the replays of the first half of the race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then, looking at the incident between Burt, Darren and Intrepid. So watch here, Burt on the inside of Darren, hits him into the corner, and then he just slowed with it. There's a bit of contact with Intrepid behind, Darren's recovering, then Intrepid goes to the inside, but Blake's there, bang, bang, bang. That causes a massive incident. Burt very lucky to avoid it there, and Darren is left going backwards into the gravel with Intrepid spinning. And now here's another replay looking at Intrepid's point of view of that. So Intrepid looking at the cameras on the outside. So Burt hits Darren there. Intrepid then, a bit of a twitch, hits Burt, then goes through, and watch it, goes to the right, but then Blaney's there, and then hits Blake, and then ricochets into Darren. So really a bit of a lack of awareness there by Intrepid. He should have just stayed where he was, really, but then also Blake was on the inside, so we'll have to get another look at that from on board with Blake. Okay, now here's the replay from on board with Blake, and so Darren and Burt have the contact, and Darren and then Intrepid gets it all. Now watch here, Burt's on the Blake's on the inside, and Intrepid comes across and then hits Darren off, and then almost hits Burt as well. So a bit messy that really by Intrepid. And now one last look at that from on board with Intrepid, then so into the corner. Contact, and then the wall, and now watch, see the car in front slows down, Intrepid actually moves out to overtake and then hits Blake, which then causes the spin with Darren. So I think that was more of a racing incident, but sort of a partial blame towards Intrepid there. Okay, here's a replay on lap 3 of Woo Woo's spin. So watch Woo on the inside, goes down the inside of Twerdy, then into the corner, over-rotates the car and spins the car, and Vincent does very well not to hit him. And then if we go back on board with Woo Woo there, see he spins around again, and he's waiting, he sees a little gap, he's trying to get the car across, but then he's in the middle of the road, and then Growley just has to avoid him there. So it was safe-ish, but not the safest to be joined. Okay, here's a replay of Blake's spin on lap 5, then on board with Burt. So we're going into the corner, and Blake goes round, there he goes, just over-rotates the car, and round he goes, and then he's got to try and find reverse, which he does there, but now he's in the middle of the track, and look, we're going over the bump, there we go, we just get going, and then Intrepid goes through. And now back to the race. And as you come back from the replays, then we look at a wall. Why has that happened? There we go. We look at more grass, and there we go. There's a car. Hooray! There we are. So Bidster in the lead of the race. Then, as you come back from the replays, with Twerdy behind in second, as Bidster's now pushing. He's getting the car a bit twitchy, a bit sideways, pushing hard now, trying to increase the gap because he knows that Neil Farmack's going to be pouncing on the back of Twerdy. This is the time for Bidster to pull away because Twerdy will be having to think about Neil Farmack and defend. Unless Twerdy can suddenly get his head down, but the mid-engine car is looking a bit more dangerous in this second half of the race. As Bidster's proved there, he's passed him, and Neil Farmack trying to get onto the back of Nifty Dark Ninja there. Of Twerdy, sorry. I'll just say Nifty Dark Ninja because we saw him come out that corner. There he is in the blue Mercedes. Teammate Growley in 7th place. Not a bad race for Growley, but he's under pressure from Will down the inside. To take some of the grass. Can't go through there. Both drivers trying to coordinate each other. Will then gets a good run out, down the inside as Growley leaves the door open. But Growley now side by side with him. Down the hill we go. Growley on the inside line. Will on the outside. But Will powers around the outside. Growley lifted there. And sort of didn't want to risk going side by side. Didn't have the confidence, I don't think. But Will goes through into 7th place. But then we've got to watch out because Burt is lurking in the background in that Ginetta. But Will should hold on to 7th place up here. Growley will have a look down the inside, but no, not close enough to get alongside. Just poking the nose down to see if Will responds to it and goes wide. But Will not taking the bait there. Meanwhile, we've got Twerdy and Neil alongside each other, side by side through the last corner. How did they manage that? We came to it a bit late. We'll try and get a replay on that at the end of the race, but incredible side by side through the last corner. Neil Farmack and Twerdy side by side. Neil Farmack getting the run on Twerdy into the first corner. Break. Pash having a look down the inside as well, but no way through. Neil Farmack takes 2nd place then. Twerdy trying to fight back. Pash trying to have a go as well. All 3 cars into one. Neil slightly defends the line into the corner, and Twerdy he's down to 3rd, but he's got to watch out because if he's not careful he'll be straight down to 4th because Pash is wanting to try and keep with Neil Farmack. He's been with him most of the race and he wants to try and do what he can to try and keep him in sight. But I've got a feeling now that if Twerdy defends his line too much to Pash, Neil's going to get away. But as we go wide out the corner and Twerdy running a bit wide there, got to be careful of the track limits. Because we have got people watching for the track limits as well. When the replays are done, the host looks through the replays and and checks for the track limits. So we are still watching for them. We're not being as strict as the Project Cars ones, but more than all 4 wheels over the white line will be track limits. You'll have to put half the car over, or just over half the car, but as long as all 4 wheels don't go over the white line, you are okay. Because usually if you go more than all 4, if you go like there, like what Twerdy's just done there, that's absolutely fine. But if you went all 4 wheels off, that would be track limits. If he did, if he gained an advantage, it's okay putting your wheels over the side if you don't gain an advantage. So if you actually close on the car in front, then you will end up probably getting a penalty. If you actually lose time as a result of running wide, then or putting your wheels over the white line, then it will not count as track limits. But then again, if you do put your car consistently at every single lap over the same track limits, then obviously you will get called up to just like, excuse me, why can't you keep all 4 wheels on the tarmac? So yes, we monitor it carefully, but we're putting a bit of trust in people this season, mainly because the Project Cars system last championship and the WTCR championship was a bit overkill, and it was really ruining a lot of races with the track limits. So we are trying to do it without the system on and monitoring it ourselves, and so far so good, I have to say. There's some very good racing out there. Like there, Neil just went on the curb a bit, but that's okay, whereas previously the game would have punished him for actually just using the curb. So that's what we're trying to avoid. But anyway, enough about track limits, back to the racing. Twerdy still holding, you see what I mean? He's holding off Pash, and Neil's getting away. Pash needs to do something here, but by running his car on the curb there, that's not going to help with the traction out the corner. As you go up the hill, Nifty Dark Ninja's slowly being caught as well, because Woo Woo is back in this. He's spent all the race trying to get away from Will and Growly, and he's made up the 6.5 second deficit to Nifty Dark Ninja, and he's right behind him now. Growly, speaking of Growly, further back he's got Will for company, and Will's actually got through past Growly now, so Will's in front of Growly now. Or it might have been the same, I don't know. I've been looking at the front battle for a bit too long. I forgot to check up on them, but here they are. Will and Growly together out the corner. Will is in front, Growly harassing him from behind. He's going to make a move into this corner. Let's have a look. No, we're not going to have a look yet. Bert still hanging fire in the background. Further back, Twerdy. Sorry, further up front, Twerdy and Pash still close together. The two Ginettas, they are not teammates. They're in different teams. Pash is part of Team Dash, which is Darren and Pash, and then Twerdy is part of Bert D, which is Bert and Twerdy. So Twerdy down the front straight, then trying to keep Pash off. We've got only a handful of laps left in this race. Not long left, but still it's long enough to either lose position or gain one. So Pash trying to do what he can. Down the inside he goes, and I thought we were going to touch him there. They're having a little bit of it, probably just putting the car down the inside to have a little look. I don't think that was an attempt, but it was a look. As Twerdy makes a mistake there, loses a bit of time on the AstroTurf. Pash back in the draft then, but he still can't get close enough to make that crucial move. Speaking of crucial moves, Woo Woo needs to get a crucial move done on Nifty Dark Ninja if he's to get any more points from this round, but he's not quite close enough yet. Meanwhile, Bidster 43.2 last time round, pulling away from Neil Farmack in second place. There he goes. And then through goes the Lamborghini with Pash, with Twerdy in third. Pash still trying to pressurise Twerdy as they go up and over the top of the hill. Twerdy runs a bit wide there, that's not going to help traction out the corner, and Woo Woo is closer to Nifty than he's been in a few laps. Into the next left-hander. Twerdy starting he's not defending too much, but if you look, he's positioned his car a little bit more to the inside, only slightly, just to make sure that Pash knows, I do know you're there, I do know where you are, and I'm watching you, and I'm going to make sure that you stay there. So he's prepared to counteract any move that Pash is going to make, but I'm sure Pash will try and do a blinder on him, whereas Twerdy there runs wide. But again, running wide there is not necessarily a bad thing, because you can catapult yourself onto the straight. But look, he's pulling off to the side. You are not having my draft. If you want my draft, you're coming with me, sunshine. So there, look, he pulls back across, and Pash hasn't really closed in anymore. He's trying to look to the side. And no way through, still no way through found as Twerdy goes over the curb. Oh, he hits the curb and goes wide. Pash then gets the mistake he's been waiting for. Twerdy succumbs to the pressure and then ends up going back down to fourth place. Pash is on the podium now in third. Woo Woo is right behind Nifty Dark Ninja as well. 2 laps remaining in this race, and it's about to start heating up for positions. because we've got Pash who's just gone through into third, and Woo Woo is right behind Nifty Dark Ninja, and Nifty Dark Ninja now is about to have a dose of pressure as Woo Woo goes to the inside. Oh, he's hit him, and he's rolled over! Nifty's car's rolled over! Never seen that before. Woo Woo is waiting, the gentleman is waiting. I think Woo Woo just made a little mistake there. I think he locked up his brakes, and Nifty Dark Ninja is on his roof. He cannot find his reset button. You are allowed to use reset if you are upside down. As Growly and Bert go through there, they make up positions as Woo Woo's waiting at the top of the hill for Nifty to rejoin. Nifty's still on his roof. He still can't get going. He's wheel spinning the hell out of the car. He's trying to find the reset button. And this is painful. And Woo Woo has been such a gentleman here. He's waiting for him at the top of the hill, and Nifty, has he got it? Yes, finally back on his wheels, finally found the reset button. He's not had to use it yet, but Nifty Dark Ninja then gets going, and Woo Woo rejoin as well, but Woo Woo then being the honourable gentleman about it and resumes back in 10th place. It should be 11th, he needs to let him go through, and there we go. So Woo Woo then lets him go through. Very sporting of him. He just made a complete mistake, Woo Woo there. Just locked up the brakes and hit him, and we'll get a replay of that later on for you. But that's Woo Woo then down to 11th place, and that's not a good point scoring for the team. But, well, for him anyway, but for the team, Neil Farmack is actually starting to close on Bidster here. So Bidster's made a little mistake somewhere. Last lap of 44.4, which for Bidster's not good, because he's been doing 43s. And Neil Farmack, to prove it there, he's doing a 43.8 last time round, so he's closing up on Bidster a little bit. So it's not over yet, but we are on the last lap of the race, and I don't see Bidster losing 2.5 seconds over a lap. But you never know, could have a spin. As Pash then goes out the corner there, with Twerdy still trying to pressurise it behind, but still just not quite close enough after Pash got through. He's never really been in touch with him since he passed him. Will's back in 5th, so the demise of Nifty and Woo Woo has helped Will, Growly and Bert out, and Intrepid, because they're up to, and Darren, because they're all up a position. So quite close between them, all them still. Nifty Dark Ninja and Woo Woo are still close further back. Through the first corner, Nifty goes through with Woo Woo behind. Just trying to pressurise him now, wanting a bit more. Blake's majorly off in the background. Major off for Blake into the gravel. That's a very strange off there. He must have caught the AstroTurf on the way out the corner. And how he ended up near the hairpin, I do not know. But he's recovered, he's back across the grass, and he's going again. But meanwhile, out of the second to last corner on the last lap of this race, it is Bidster in the lead in the Audi. Took the lead early on in the race, not been challenged since, pulled out a good gap, and he's about to take the win here. Race 3 victory is going to go to Bidster. That's a different winner in each race. That is what we want to see in this GT3 Championship to keep it close. Bidster wins the race, flashes lights there in the Audi. Good win for him. Neil Farmack, he'll be happy with second. Another good points haul for him as well. Pash is flashing his lights in the background. He's in third. Good podium for him. Twerdy down a fourth. Put up a good fight there, but I don't think his car was up to it in the end. Will is going to be in 5th position here. Will in 5th. Growly is going to be in 6th. Flashing the lights close to the wall. Will crosses the line in 5th. Growly 6th. Bert is 7th. Then we've got Intrepid in 8th. And after the contact between him and Darren at the start. And speaking of Darren, he's going to be coming around the last corner in a moment. There he goes. There's Darren around the last corner. And Woo Woo has got past Nifty Dark Ninja just to add insult to injury. Straight past him on the last lap. So goes down to there. So Darren then is winning. There we are. There's the camera. Darren finishes in 9th. Woo Woo finishes in 10th with Nifty Dark Ninja in 11th after their contact on that other lap. And Blakeney is going to be the last one to finish in 12th place. He's going a bit wide. Oh, what's he doing? He's having I think he's just having a bit of fun because he knows he's going to be last. So on the grass, braking before the line, and Blake gets 12th. So we'll just go and get the replays in the second half, followed by the results for you and the overall standings. Here's the replays of the second half of the race. And now here's a replay of Twerdy and Neil Farmack on lap 6. This is where Neil Farmack got a good run and went side by side. Oh, see there, Twerdy hits the curb, and then Neil goes to the inside, and then they're side by side through the corner. Neil Farmack understeers. There's almost contact between the two cars, and then the side by side going down the straight. Incredible racing. And now here's an onboard with Woo Woo to look at the incident between him and Nifty on lap 10 into the hairpin to listen. Just loses drive and then just ends up getting the car straighter, and then hits Nifty into a massive couple of rolls and lands on his roof. Then Woo goes and waits at the top of the hill while Nifty on his roof tries to find the old reset button and get the car back on track. And here's a look at that from the onboard of Nifty's car. Listen for the impact. Boom! There we go. Roll, roll, roll. Sky ground, and then we end up facing the wrong way, and that's the driver's head cam. And yeah, that's a bit upside down, that. Here's a replay on board with Growley to look at Will. Will's car in front. Watch, he goes off the track, all four wheels over the white line, and keeps his foot in it. That is a track limits. And now here's a replay of Will's second track limits offence. There he goes, off and back on. Still keeps all over the place and actually gains a little bit of time. And again, you guessed it, this is number 3. Off the track, keeps the power on and goes on. Oh, and this is not a replay of number 3. This is number 4 from Will, wide and carries on. And here's Will again, keeping the streak alive with number 5. There he goes, off the track and keeps his foot in it and straight back on. And believe it or not, there is actually a 6th. Here he goes, there he goes, off the track, rejoins and into the corner, and yep, carries on, and he doesn't lose time, so that's an advantage. Okay, that was the replays of the second half, and now on to the results. So it is Bidster who takes victory. Well done to Bidster, 8 seconds ahead of Pash and Neil for second and third, who are very close on the line. Very close there, but Neil did carry a 5-second penalty, which will be took off. So Twiddy in 4th with Will in 5th, good position for him. Growley 6th, good position for him as well. Bert in 7th, we go over the page. Got Intrepid in 8th. We've got Darren in 9th. Woo down in 10th for this one. Nifty Dot Ninja in 11th. And Blake rounds off the 12 finishes. And now we move on to the overall standings after round 2. Bidster leads the championship on 112 points, with Neil Farmack behind on 93. Pash in 3rd on 90 points, with Woo in 4th on 72. We've got Twerdy in 5th on 62, with 61 for Intrepid, very close there. 51 for Bert in 7th. We've got Growley on 46, with Blake on 45 and Nifty on 44, very close between them three. And then Darren in 11th and Will in 12th on 29 points. And then we've got the teams. Bidspiddy is on 173 with Womack on 165, Dash on 126, we've got Bert D on 113, Growly Ninja are on 90 points and Wilney on 74, so the championship's still quite close. So after all that then, Bidster is your winner. Well done to Bidster in the Audi. Good win for him. Brilliant race altogether as well. Some good battles up and down the field. And it's been a brilliant round here at Algarve. Hope you've all enjoyed it. I know I have. And we'll see you guys next time for round 3 of the championship, which will be at Bathurst in Australia. So we'll see you for that one, guys. Down under. Take care. Thank you for watching that race. Race 3 was epic, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you thought so too to our channel, because it is really going to be worth it. Lots of epic content on there, and next time it's going to be round 3 of the championship from Bathurst, Australia. So we'll see you there for that one, guys.